Sorry, I'm a little late. I don't know. They are saying that this is the quote unquote hydrogen bomb. So let's see, right? I don't know. I mean, it seems like the same kind of thing that he has been doing. Though what he is doing is extremely important, but I don't know how much of a difference will that make.
एंड
आदमी है, कभी
एड्रेस
औरत है,
अलग है,
कभी
राइट।
एज है, कभी कुछ और है।
राइट।
और देखिए, ये फिर से आती
सेम
है,
मल्टीपल है,
मल्टीपल,
बहुत
ये फिर से
कई
आई,
जगह है इनका।
और जाइए, ये फिर से
अब
आई,
फिर से आ गई हैं ये तो।
ये फिर से आई।
ये एक मिनट, ये गुरमेज सिंह एक लड़के का नाम उम्र 93 इयर्स
हाँ
ऊपर कर दिया।
हाँ,
और उस लड़के की उम्र 23
ये
24
ये
साल।
हरियाणा की
23
एक्चुअल पोलिंग लिस्ट है। बट इसमें से सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग बात, और दिखाइए थोड़ा, शो मोर, कीप गोइंग, कीप गोइंग, कीप गोइंग।
ज्यादातर उसी महिला की
सेम
तस्वीर
वुमन
है।
इज कमिंग अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन, राइट।
104 साल उम्र।
104 साल की हो
What
गई।
I'm worried
75 साल।
about,
नहीं, वो मकान
हाँ
है,
हाँ,
मकान नंबर
मकान
है।
में, लेकिन इनकी भी उम्र 75 साल तो नहीं है।
is there
हाँ,
going
अरिजीत
to be
सिंह
any
जिनकी उम्र
difference
दिखाई
to
जा
ठीक है।
people after
और
seeing
नीचे
like
जाइए, ये सब
this is like the
104 में
fifth
रह रहे
or
हैं, आप
the
देखिए,
sixth time
ये
he's
सब
trying to pull
104
out.
103 104 103 मकान में
Let's
रह रहे
hope
हैं।
there's something
नीचे जाइए,
interesting like this time around,
और जाइए।
right?
तो अब मैं आपसे पूछता हूं, ये किस चीज की लिस्ट है? ये किस लेवल की लिस्ट है? ये हरियाणा की लेवल की लिस्ट है, असेंबली की लिस्ट है, किस चीज की लिस्ट है? ये दो पोलिंग बूथ की लिस्ट है
जी।
शी appears 223 times in 2 polling booths. She can vote any amount of times she wants. Election Commission has the data on how many times she voted. We have a sense of it.
Hmm.
Election Commission needs, thank you. Election Commission needs to tell us how many times this lady, whose name we don't know, whose age we don't know, but we know she occurs 223 times in two booths. In the Lok Sabha election, she was there 223 times in one booth. And then they decided to split it into two booths. Right? So this is the reason Election Commission destroys CCTV footage. Because multiple times the same person has the opportunity to vote. She can vote as Seema, she can vote as anything she wants. And this is not one example, this is the worst example. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of examples like this in Haryana. 200 votes, 50 votes, 100 votes, 150 votes. Anybody can go and vote. Why are they doing it? Because they want to create space. And what is the proof they're doing it? They're destroying CCTV records. If we ask for CCTV records of this booth, we will know 100% what happened in this booth. Here again, the same idea. Fake photos, blurred photos. Modus operandi is very similar. Simple name. Zoom in. Mamta, Durga, Sangeeta, Manju. Blurred photo. Nobody knows who this person is. Anybody can say, मेरा नाम दुर्गा है, आ गई कर दिया. Okay, go zoom out please. So they're occurring in multiple booths. Just go back please. Occurring in multiple booths. She's in booth number 20, in the same photo, booth number 27, booth number 24, booth number 106. Meaning it's not being done at the booth level. It's being done above the booth level. And the same thing on this side. This is a system, a method. Let's discuss duplicates. They have duplicate photos. We have 223 photos in one booth. We have hundreds of photos in the same photo in an assembly. We have the same record appearing again and again and again and again. We have this gentleman in booth 431. He's voting 14 times. In booth 508, he's voting. In booth 431, he's voting. We have this other fellow, Rudra Abhishek Jain. He's voting in booth number 130. He's voting in 131. His brother also is voting. They have 18 votes. Now the Election Commission can remove duplicates in a second. All they have to do is run a query that says, please identify same photograph. You don't even need AI for that. And you will know these are all the same photographs that we've got. All you have to say is identify the same name, same address. Boom, it's done. 2 minutes. They don't do it. Why? Reason. They are helping the BJP.
Yeah, yeah, but the problem is that the uh, the Godi controlled election commission is not going to do anything about it. Yeah.
Here's the most interesting one. And this is crystal clear proof that this is being done by the BJP. Okay? These are the duplicates. This is the Haryana fake entries. You can see these are all Excel sheets of fake photographs. All of them. Right? So, why is EC not removing duplicates? Because if they remove duplicates, there will be a fair election. If they ensure that there is one entry, one picture, there's a fair election. And EC doesn't want a fair election. Now this is absolute crystal clear proof of what the BJP is doing. Thousands of voters, BJP voters, BJP leaders voting in Uttar Pradesh and voting in Haryana. Okay? Zoom in please to Mr. Dalchand. This is Mr. Dalchand, BJP Sarpanch, sitting there with Mr. Minister Lakshmi Narayan. That's his voter ID in UP. That's his voter ID in Haryana. Same man. His son. Go back to the other one, please. That's right. That's his son, Yashveer. He comes here as well in Haryana. He's sitting in UP, voting in UP for the BJP. He's voting in Haryana for the BJP. Note an interesting thing. This is not a mistake. How do we know? Because Pita ka naam is Pritam Singh over there. Suddenly Pita ka naam changes over here. It's become Balakrishnan. Balkishan. And then his son doesn't make the same mistake. His son transfers his father's name there. So they managed to twist it in the father's one, but the son's one, they made a mistake. So you have a BJP leader who's voting in UP and who's voting in Haryana. And we've given you this as the strongest example. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who are voting in UP and voting in Haryana. A lot of them have association with the BJP. Here's another one, Mr. Prahlad, BJP Sarpanch, Mathura district. There he is in UP. Here he is in Hodal Assembly. Same man. Right? Here the same, father's name is the same, Totaram, Prahlad. And here he is standing with the nephew of Lakshmi Narayan. These are not two examples. There are thousands of these. Where the entire large numbers of people are just picked up and they have the opportunity, because they belong to, are associated with the BJP, where they have the opportunity to be a voter in UP, to be a voter in Haryana, to be a voter in Madhepura, to be a voter in Varanasi. This option is available to the BJP. This is the Vyavastha that man was talking about. Right? Listen to this.
അതിനകത്ത് യാതൊരു സംശയവുമില്ല. ജയിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി വ്യാപകമായി ഞങ്ങൾ വോട്ട് ചേർക്കും. ഞങ്ങൾ ജയിക്കാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച മണ്ഡലങ്ങളിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ ജമ്മു കാശ്മീരിൽ നിന്നും ആൾക്കാരെ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് ഒരു വർഷം താമസിപ്പിച്ച് വോട്ട് ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കും. ഒരു സംശയവുമില്ല.
He's saying it. He knows it. And we've proved it. Do you have any doubts?
അതിനകത്ത്
Now listen to this. The election commissioner saying that house number 0 is for homeless people. Look, we do our homework. We are talking truth here. We will check everything this man says. Okay? So we decided to check what he says.
जिन लोगों के पास घर नहीं होता, आप लोग भाग्यवान हैं. कई लोगों के पास घर नहीं होता.
Look, nobody else is convinced.
लेकिन उसका नाम भी मतदाता सूची में होता है.
Look at the Sardar ji. He's looking like ये तो झूठ बोल रहा है.
उसका पता वो जगह दी जाती है जहां वो व्यक्ति रात को सोने आता है. कई बार सड़क के किनारे, कई बार पुल के नीचे, या कई बार लैंप पोस्ट के किनारे.
पुल के नीचे, सड़क पर या लैंप पोस्ट के किनारे. So we systematically looked at house number 0. And we said, okay, let us see whether these house number 0s are actually living on the road. Are they actually homeless?
जिन लोगों के
Here's house number 0. That's a house number 0.
Okay, so this particular, so like Mr. Gyanesh Kumar must go and find a job with the Ekta Kapoor ka team, because my goodness, he's so dramatic. He's always talking into this weird singy songy tone to start with, and साझा करनी चाहिए क्या, and like all this fucking bullshit about हाँ किसी के पास जो है घर नहीं होता and what not. Talk facts. He never talks facts. He talks absolute garbage all the time. He never addresses what the actual problem is. So sad.
Mr. Narendra, and we have hundreds of examples of this. Mr. Narendra living in that house, but that house is house number 0. And when we tried to find Narendra, we understood what the issue was. Why there is a house number 0. We couldn't find him. Because when we sent somebody to look for him, it was impossible to find him. We physically identified this man, physically saw him in the village, and physically found out where he lives.
It gives me
And that's how he got to this house. The reason there is house number 0 is nobody can identify where that person is. Once he is voted, he's gone. You cannot go and find him. Again, this man is one of hundreds of examples that we have. We have cross-checked. The Chief Election Commissioner is lying to the people of India openly. This is a method to make voter and address verification difficult. This is not a mistake. This is not about homeless people. And we can show you, if you look at the list, just by looking at their faces and looking at what they're wearing, they're not homeless people. Here's another one. BJP leader, house number 150. 66 voters living in his house. 66 people do not live in his house. BJP man. Right? BJP Vice Chairman Zilla Parishad Palwal. He's allowed to have 66 voters on the list by saying they're in his house. Forget him. Let's go to house number 265. One house, 500 voters. We go looking for them, we can't find them. They don't exist. We don't know where they are. Why? So that you have no way of checking whether these people exist, don't exist, where they vote, didn't vote, how they voted, etc. Here's another one, house number 1904 in Rai. That little house, 108 voters. Again, we sent a person, check. No such people existing over there. There's a rule. There's a rule. If there is a person, if there is a house that has more than 10 people living in it, there has to be ground verification. That's the EC rule. Was ground verification done of this, that there are 108 people living here and they don't exist? Was ground verification done of this BJP leader? 66 voters, he is saying they're living there. They don't live there. Was it done in these 500 cases? No. Otherwise they wouldn't be on the list. And then we don't have access to the forms, as I said in the beginning. But we do have access to the people. So 3.5 lakh people were deleted from the voter list. Okay, so we went and found who these people are. And guess what? A large number of them.
See, the thing is, we can't even sue the election commission because of the rule that was passed by the central government, which means that they have absolute freedom to do whatever they want, and there is not going to be any kind of a repercussion. I think Supreme Court has to step in at this point of time, take like Suomoto, do something, anything. Because like we Rahul Gandhi keep on will like keep on like we're doing this, maybe it will change the sentiment of the people. But then what will people do? Because at the end of the day, people don't have the power to vote anymore according to like what he's saying. According to what he's saying, whether you vote or not, it will not matter because there's so much stacked against you. It is impossible to be fair in this like election. I don't know.
Are our voters. And here are some examples.
मेरा नाम अंजलि त्यागी है, मेरे पति का नाम अमित है। मैं राय विधानसभा मलिकपुर गांव की रहने वाली हूं और मैंने लोकसभा इलेक्शन में वोट किया था, लेकिन जब मैं विधानसभा के इलेक्शन में वोट करने गई तो मुझे बताया गया कि मेरी वोट कट चुकी है और फिर मैंने दोबारा अप्लाई किया तो मेरी जून के एंड में मुझे वोटर कार्ड मिला।
इलेक्शन के बाद
मलिकपुर का रहने वाला हूँ और क्या नाम है, मेरा राय हल्का लगता है, जिसमें से हमारे भाइयों की वोट काट दी गई है, जिनका नाम है अनुज, राहुल और उनकी पत्नी है साक्षी और सोनिया, जिनकी वोट विधानसभा में काट दी गई थी।
नाम सद्दा मुशन्ना जी, मैं मलिकपुर गांव से रहने वाला हूं जी। हमारा हल्का राय लगता है जी। 2024 में लोकसभा इलेक्शन में हमने वोट डाला था जी, और ये 2025 में जी हमारी वोट चोरी हो गई जी। मेरा नाम सद्दाम हुसैन है, मेरी वाइफ का नाम यास्मीन है जी। हमारी दोनों की वोट चोरी हो गई है।
लाल सन्नो श्री लखीराम, गांव मलिकपुर, राय हल्के का रहने वाला हूं। हमारी एमपी के चुनाव में हमारी वोट पूरे परिवार की कंप्लीट थी। इस बार मेरे बेटे की विधानसभा में वोट काट दी गई है।
All targeted. And these are 4 we've shown you.
मेरा नाम अंजलि।
Sorry. We have huge numbers of these people. So here is the vyavastha the gentleman was talking about. The Brazilian model to create space, put her name, allow anybody to vote. The BJP leaders and BJP people who get the option of voting in Uttar Pradesh and Haryana, the blurred photographs, the deleted voters, and the house number 0. What's the big picture? The big picture is 22,000 votes was the margin. 25 lakhs was this. So you can understand that there was no election in Haryana. There was a theft in Haryana. And it's very clear who is responsible for the theft. These gentlemen colluded with the BJP to ensure that the Congress could not win the election in Haryana. The Election Commission is in partnership with the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, and they have destroyed the democratic foundations of this country. There is absolutely nothing in this presentation that has not been backed by 100% proof. Every single piece of data that we've used here comes from the Election Commission, is from their records, is from their voter list. We have just checked it and cross-checked it and shown you what the reality of Indian democracy is. And it is pretty clear to us that now this is a system. This is something that has now been industrialized. And it can be used in any state. And it is going to be used in Haryana. And I'm confident that after the Haryana elections, we will get the same records and we will show you that the same thing has happened in Haryana. You might, in Bihar. You might be asking, oh, but how come you didn't see these anomalies in the voter list? Because the voter list comes at the last minute. Because the voter list is given to us at the last minute before the elections. So this is a systematic method that has been evolved by the Prime Minister, by the BJP, and by the Election Commission to kill the Constitution and to kill Indian democracy. Yeah, we have some examples from Bihar, where again, this is an example just from one village where voters have been deleted. We've invited them to come and talk to you. And they'll introduce themselves. बताइए
जी, हम जमुई डिस्ट्रिक्ट से बिलोंग करते हैं। मेरा गांव धर्मपुर है सर, इस्लाम नगर ब्लॉक से। हमारे साथ में ऐसा सरकार कर रहे हैं जो कि कहने लायक नहीं है। पूरे परिवार का वोटर लिस्ट से नाम हटा दिया गया। इसके पहले हम लोग सितंबर में जानकारी मिला तो जमा किए डॉक्यूमेंट्स, फिर उसके बाद 2 महीना के बाद फिर से हम जमा किए बीओ में, बीओ वालों के पास। उसमें से फिर अपने से जा कर के हमारे गांव के शिक्षक ही है, वहीं बीओलो वाले जो है वहीं पढ़ाते हैं, उनसे जा कर के सामने से बात किए हैं कि सर मेरा नाम अभी तक जुड़ा नहीं, तो बोले इसमें हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं। और हमारे गांव के सहयोगी रवि जो है ये भी हमारे साथ हैं, क्योंकि हम विकलांग हैं, कहीं जा आ नहीं सकते हैं, और उसमें लिख दिया है कि अनुपस्थित के कारण तुम्हारा नाम काट दिया गया, जबकि हम कहीं कमाने।
See, I have to give props to the team because I'm certain that a lot of people were like involved in doing like these kind of like research. You saw the amount of papers there was. You saw like how many pieces of like documents were sparse, and I'm sure that like Rahul Gandhi did not come to do this like press conference without absolute proof. It must have taken so much time to find these people, find these examples. I'm just worried that the people, that the gentry of this country has gotten so I uh, I don't want to say lazy, has gotten so used to shocking things. I don't know whether this will shock them anymore. I hope this changes the outcome of the Bihar election. But then I don't know how it will, because the opposition won't get the CCTV क्योंकि साझा करनी चाहिए क्या? I don't know what they can do. I don't know what we can do to save our entire democracy. Because if this is true, and I'm certain it is true, because if it was not true, like there will be 1,000 cases on like on like Rahul because he is the face of it. This if this is true, and I think that it is true, then it will not matter if you and me will go and vote. 25 lakhs of fake votes take so many votes like added, fake votes taken away. I don't know, and it really, really worries me. Anyways, let's get back.
लायक भी नहीं, जाने लायक है सर, और इस स्थिति में है, आप लोग सामने देख सकते हैं।
आपके गांव में कितने लोगों का वोट कटा है?
जी हमारे गांव में
जी थैंक यू। नमस्कार, मैं रवि कुमार यादव, बिहार, जमुई जिला, इस्लाम नगर अलीगंज प्रखंड, ग्राम धर्मपुर का हूँ। सर मेरे गांव में लगभग अगर ऐसे देखा जाए तो वोटर लिस्ट से गायब 187 लगभग हुआ है।
187 लोग काटे गए हैं।
और अगर न्यू वोटर को ऐड कर दिया जाए सर, तो वो 300-325 लगभग हो जाएंगे, क्योंकि 150 न्यू वोटर जोड़ना था जिसे जोड़ा नहीं गया।
तो
ऐसा बात है सर।
तो दैट इज द रियलिटी ऑफ बिहार। दिस इज जस्ट द टिप ऑफ द आइसबर्ग। वी आर एब्सोल्युटली सर्टन that we will be able to do the same presentation for you after the election once the data comes. We have no doubt. और कुछ कहना चाहते हैं? हाँ?
जी नहीं सर, बस हम यही चाहेंगे कि बस सहयोग कीजिए ताकि हमारे गांव में नेक्स्ट टाइम से ऐसा ना हो सर। ये हमारे कईयों जी।
मेरा नाम है मोहम्मद कयूम अंसारी।
थोड़ा पास तो।
मेरा मकान है धर्मपुर।
पास कर लो भैया। हाँ शाबाश।
हाँ, मेरा नाम भी वोट लिस्ट से काट दिया गया है। हम लोग जो बोले आपका नाम कट गया तो उसको जुड़िए, तो बोला आपका नाम नहीं जुटा।
आपका नाम नहीं जुड़ सकता।
नहीं।
सो दिस इज द स्टेट ऑफ इंडियन डेमोक्रेसी। थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू जी। थैंक यू। धन्यवाद। You're looking shocked. Shocked, huh? This is the truth. Right? Brazilian model is on the voter list of Bihar. Sorry, Haryana. Right? हमने ट्राई किया, शायद वो बेचारी उसकी अब बड़ी ट्रोलिंग होगी बेचारी की. So this is the truth. Do you have any questions? Hindi? So in the last press conference, you said, okay, so what do you do if the democratic structure is not working? What do you do? And what we are doing is making it absolutely crystal clear to the people of India what has happened. We are informing the people of India that the Prime Minister, that the Home Minister are not legitimately in government. That the Chief Minister of Haryana is not legitimately in government. That government has been stolen. It is the same with the government of Maharashtra. Right? So, what is the message? The message is that India's Gen Z and youth have the power to restore our democracy with Satya and Ahimsa. Peacefully, but by expressing their desire for a democratic India, by fighting for a democratic India, and by resisting this wholesale theft and murder of the Constitution and democracy. Hindi? नमस्कार, मैं हिंदी में भी कर देता हूं. महादेपुरा के बाद, अलंध के बाद हमें लगा कि ये जो वोट चोरी का मामला है, ये सेंट्रलाइज्ड मामला है और ये सिर्फ एक कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में नहीं हो रहा है, एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में नहीं हो रहा है, मगर ये नेशनल लेवल और स्टेट लेवल पे हो रहा है.
Okay, I think I'm done.
तो हमने इन्वेस्टिगेशन शुरू किया पता लगाने
in a completely
कि क्या हो रहा है.
different kind of a video.
हरियाणा पे हमारा
Okay, guys,
फोकस
thank you.
हमने